Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome to the first chapter of Let's Play Castlevania Revamped. Odds are pretty good that if you're watching this, you're familiar with the Castlevania series. It's been a long-running console horror game, been going since the mid-80s, had several anime inspired by it. And this game is a fan-made Castlevania game. It is an attempt to make a Classicvania in the vein of the very first classic Castlevania game, but make it adhere more to what is known as the Metrovania school of gaming. That is, you can save your progress, you can pick up where you left off later. You don't have to play through the game in one go, which you had to with the original Castlevania, which is why I never got around to beating it, because back then I had to rent it from the local game shop and try and get through it in the weekend, which was a difficult task, and never mind leaving the old Nintendo turned on that long. But this one, I have played through it. I have beaten it with 100% completion, and in fact I've unlocked the boss run mode, which we will see in a moment. But I'm starting on this warning screen, and good on them for having a warning screen saying, hey, this game might make you epileptic. And that was just the sound of my controller coming in and out of the USB drive. But yes, Level 4 Games put this together, and it is a very good encapsulation of the classic Castlevania, although they did improve the graphics a little bit, make it a little closer to 16-bit quality. And I did that whole introduction because, good as this music is, it's a little hard to talk over. So we'll go ahead and hit start. And as you can see, I've got my 100 complete win there, but I've also got boss rush mode and a gallery, which gives you 4 portraits based on how you win the game. In this case, you beat the game 100% items, finish the game in less than 2 hours, and beat the game with 15% items or less. I don't think I'm going to try and go for either one of those. I appreciate a challenge, but just finding everything was challenge enough for me. So we'll go ahead and start a new game. And here we are, Simon Belmont, looking all Conan the Barbarian, with a whip, going into the castle. Alright, so we start off at the entrance hall. And we can whip the torches here to get hearts and money and stuff. And important change from the original Castlevania, that one you just got money to get points. Here you actually do have 2 shops you can buy stuff from. And here's a trick. That stone means that we need a stronger Morning Star to crack that open and get something. Biggest challenge with this game is that there's a lot of backtracking, trying to find where you go to use certain items later. But right now, Entrance Hall doesn't have many enemies apart from these zombies. And the zombies, they've changed up the zombies from the original game. These start off slow, but when they get close to you, they zoom in. They become fast zombies. And we got these panthers here. And you'll notice there's a little glowing thing there in the middle. We need to get an ability to climb under there. I'm not letting the zombies get a chance to get fast near me. Was able to catch the panther that time. And as you're going, you can actually check your bestiary. Yeah, black leopard. Guess it's not a panther. But it keeps track of which monsters and which enemies you've encountered. And that's part of the completion as well. And we got a big, massive money bag there. Now this area here is going to become very important to us later, because this area we're about to go through with the fishmen is the single best place to get money in the game, and I just realized I have $69. Nice. But yeah, for reasons I can't explain, the fishmen here seem to drop money bags more than any other enemy in the game. And they keep respawning. So you can just walk through here. And fill your pockets at relatively low risk. And you'll note that there's a heart there. That's number one of the things we pick up. That increased number of hearts we can carry. But we need to get a couple of abilities before we can get that. And we can backtrack this way. And yeah, you can see there's a stone there, but we need the Morning Star to crack that open. Luckily, we can come back this way, and hey. And another cool little touch is that the blue candles all drop weapons. In this case, there's a stopwatch, which can slow how quickly certain enemies spawn. But we don't want that, because it doesn't work on certain enemies, and we're getting ready to go face our first boss. And here we are, our first save point. Now, we can pause here to look at the map. It'll show us our progress, and you'll note there are little squares on the map. These show you where there are hidden items that you can pick up, which helps you with tracking down stuff later. And later on, as you find these save points, you can warp between areas a little bit faster. Save you some time. But right now, we've got our first boss battle. And this one's going to be, oddly enough, one of the hardest matches in the game because we have so few abilities to face it. We do have one more hallway to go through. And yeah, see, fast zombie. That last one got stuck on the staircase. See him up at the top there. It's a giant vampire bat. Now I can whip the fire, but I'm really trying to keep my distance from this guy. Because I don't have much in the health right now, and as you can see, yeah. 4 hits and I'm dead. Luckily, you get unlimited continues, just like Metroid. And I didn't try using my ranged weapon at all then. Because I thought I could do it with the whip, but let us... Ah, almost had him. Yeah, this fight, as I said, is probably one of the more challenging ones in the game. Oddly enough, because we can't tank as many hits. And we don't have the mobility that we will get thanks to some of our later power upgrades. For instance, later on, we get the ability to do something that was sorely missed and sorely needed in the first Castlevania. We'll be able to use our whip at angles and aim up and down. Almost got him. And there, got it. Thankfully, beating the boss gets you an orb that refuels your health and your hearts. Could go back and save, but we can go ahead and get our first upgrade here. Or we could, except this isn't actually the first upgrade room. There we go, dynamic strike. Aim your whip in directions, hold a direction and press square and hold L1 to prevent movement while aiming. Fortunately, I think we do get to save the win from the boss. But yeah, see, this makes it much easier. And we can now strike downward and get that heart boost. Of course, the boss rooms fill with enemies. But now we can go in here. And this is one of the more annoying things, is that you have a separate button that controls which whip you're using, because we're going to get special trick whips later. And the game subtly steers you away from the areas that you're not meant to go to yet. In this case, we can't climb that wall yet. And we can't go into the torture lab, so even though we were able to get down this hallway, we know we're not supposed to go here yet. So, we're going to backtrack. slow for you, bat and cat. And I don't think I had this happen before, the zombies not being able to get up the staircase. Of course, with the knife, I can't do much about them. The axe, I could arc to them, but I'll just leave them be. And nice thing about the save points, whenever you go through one, it heals you up. Here's kind of a fun one. Simon can actually breathe underwater, or at least hold his breath a long time. And you can see the waves of the fishmen up above us. They spawn there. So we can actually go down here. And later on we'll get access to weapons that'll let us hit them all at once from below. So we actually will have the capability of walking along and being able to hit all the enemies there at once. But that is yet to come. Right now, this is our next goal, the underground mine. Yes, more bats. The bats are going to be an annoyance throughout the game, but especially early on. And yeah, there's a little tip for you. Whip every place. You never know what you might find. Now I'm actually going to switch out to this one. The Laurel actually heals you, which is going to be handy for this next section because the slime don't do a lot of damage, but they're persistent and they can move. They can surprise you. And here's Beholder. There's a Boomerang, which is probably my favorite ranged weapon of choice. Here's another heart container, but we're going to need a special ability to crack open that wooden space. I think we'll go ahead and switch to... And gargoyles. These guys are best avoided. There's number one. We're going to need an ability to climb through there to get that, and more slime. Alright, now, here is one of the two merchants in the game. The bad news is we need the slide ability to get to him. Which is why I haven't spent a lot of time trying to get money yet. And, yeah. Another new enemy, the Skelly Dragon. And another save point. But we need the Morning Star to get through this point. So we're going to have to backtrack. Breezy slide. Pass through tight spaces with an Unoffensive slide. Hold down and press continuously. Yep. Oh, and you know there's also a hallway over here. Yeah, back where we came from. All right, so friendly merchants. Now, we can't afford much here at the moment, apart from the Corpse Run card, which gives you the ability to obtain lost money once after getting killed, and the Cursed card. What does the Cursed card do? Well, we're actually a little short on the Cursed card. But what this does, all damage is fatal and sub-weapons cost twice as many hearts, but enemies drop 3 times as much cash. This is what's going to help us get the money to buy the rest of this a whole lot easier. But I need to get 3 more before I can do that. And I should easily be able to get that money off of the Skelly Dragon. Alright, now we're going to save here. We can warp back to the entrance hall. And you can only equip the cards at the save point. And I can slide under there. Nothing there, unfortunately, but I am backtracking just to get us that health bonus. But as we can see, yeah, cursed. Luckily, you get to keep the items that you pick up, even if it sends you to the last save point. Three times as much money on that one. And yeah, we have a nice little duck blind here.
There we go, a bunch of $300 bags, or $300 bags. So even with the occasional stray hit, we are still going to be making money hand over fist very quickly doing this. And easy come, easy go. But I don't really think we need the cursed card. One quick right to left pass, and I think we'll head back. Unfortunately, the Skelly Dragons only take damage at the head. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start off with the Boomerang card. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and stop here for now. I'm going to go and raise funds off camera. And when we come back for Chapter 2, I will have a much more impressive arsenal from the store, and then we will go and start trying to build the arsenal we have to pick up by exploring the dungeon. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we will pick up the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.